Guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. For my returning viewers, welcome back, and for new viewers, welcome. I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. Hopefully, if you enjoy the video, you will like and possibly subscribe. That way you will be notified when I upload new videos. Right, so today's video is a monthly reading. It's our general monthly reading for May 2018. For this reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, right, as the main spread. And then I'll pull two additional oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck. And that one's by Shushann, Movessian, and Gemma Summers. Just a quick reminder, I will also be putting out a full moon reading coming up at the end of April for that full moon. It's a special spread that I do at each full moon, and then I do an additional video, which is a giveaway video, okay? So each full moon I offer a chance to win a one-question free tarot reading from me. All you have to do is watch the video, comment, like it. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be entered into a drawing. So be looking out for those. And also, as I always say, these are general readings. Please keep that in mind. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. It's a good idea, besides watching your sun sign video, it's a good idea to watch both your moon and your rising sign. That way you can, you'll have a better overall view of what's coming up for you during that time period. If you would like a more personalized reading, you could the only way to really do that is to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, you could take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as information about the types of videos that I offer, the video readings, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Okay, so I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Cancer, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So this is for May 2018. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread, really just to try to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. We have at the center of your reading, Major Arcana number 12, Death. And the Death card is crossed by the King of Wands. At the foundation of your reading, you have the Ten of Wands. Sitting in the past position, you have the Page of Cups. Crowning your reading, you have the Three of Pentacles. In the near future, you have the Page of Pentacles. You in the reading appear as the Four of Pentacles. In your environment surrounding you, you have the Six of Swords. Your hopes and fears. And this card, I'll explain it once I go through the reading, but it's an additional card in the in this particular tarot deck, the Crystal Visions Tarot, that's not in a traditional tarot deck, okay? It's an extra Major Arcana card. It comes after the World card, and it's just simply called the Unknown. And I will get to that. So that's in your hopes and fears. In your outbound energy, as you leave the month of April, as you leave the month of May, heading into June, you have the Eight of Cups. And the overall energy for the month of May is Major Arcana number 11, Justice. Okay. And the two oracle cards that came out, and I'll go through the full meaning for the cards after we do the spread here, but you have from the Sacred Traveler deck, Valiant Courage, take action with passion. And from the Soulful Woman deck, you have Ageless Beauty, with grace, dignity, and strength to grow into the unique texture of my feminine soul. Beautiful card. And actually, she reminds me, the woman on this card reminds me a little bit of the woman that we have here on the unknown card. So similarities there. Okay, so starting off with the cards at the center of your reading. So the Death card crossed by the King of Wands. Well, the Death card has to do with significant endings and beginnings. Okay, so we think of the Death card as being an end, an end to a particularly long chapter in your life, and understanding that without that particular ending, new beginnings cannot happen, right? So it's a necessary death, a necessary ending in order to give way to something else. It's a card that, it's a significant, obviously, it's a major arcana card. It's a significant message, right? So this is sort of divine intervention at play here, especially with, the Justice card is the overall energy, and then counting, this unknown card. You have 3 major arcanas in your spread, so those are significant messages coming through. But, this could be ending a relationship, a chapter in your life, it could be ending a way of thinking, or even ending a habit, But it is a card that speaks of growth, a card that speaks of change, metamorphosis, renewal. So all of those things kind of tie in with the Death card. And then it's crossed by this King of Wands. So this, this significant ending and new beginning could have to do with this King of Wands individual, because when we do have actually 1, 2, 3, we have 3 court cards. And when we have court cards in a reading, it can be actual people who are playing a significant role in our lives during this time period. So if so, this would typically be an older fire sign individual, male or female, even though he appears here as the king. In the general reading, this is, it's not gender specific. So it could be male or female, but typically an older fire sign individual. So Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And the Suit of Wands has to do with creativity, creative endeavors. It has to do with work. It has to do with our own determination and drive and ambition for the work that we do. The day-to-day matters in life as well. And kings and queens in the tarot, they're the ones who have really mastered their particular suit. This individual, would have mastered the suit and learned everything he has to learn about the Suit of Wands. So he's somebody he's very creative. He's very charismatic. He's very ambitious as well. He's kind of a strong, that sort of forceful leader. Just people naturally sort of follow this individual because he is very sure of himself. He's kind of a force to be reckoned with. So, if this is a person, then, this individual could be helping you in some way with regards to this ending and beginning. For others, this could be ending if this is a relationship. Maybe there's some type of ending or new beginning having to do with this King of Wands individual. For others, this could just be, a situation that you are having to deal with, or just you taking on the energy of the King of Wands while dealing with this, the death, whatever this ending and new beginning, significant ending and new beginning in your life is. Just facing it, in a very courageous manner, kind of tackling it head on, being very strong, very sort of fiery, and having that vision, having that, that creative vision, and move through it and to enter into whatever this new phase is. Now, sitting at the foundation, the 10 of Wands, so more fire energy here. It's another 10, right? And 10's in the tarot. I don't mean it's another 10. This is the first 10 that we're saying. I mean, it's another card that indicates some type of ending, because 10's in the tarot have to do with endings, right? After this 10 of Wands it would sort of go back to the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. So they are, they're endings that herald new beginnings. And the 10 of Wands is a card that you can see this man, he's carrying all of the wands on his back, right? It has taken him a long time to sort of pick up all these wands, and now they're very heavy. Maybe when he was carrying 3 or 4 or 5 of them, they weren't that heavy. But it's very difficult for him to carry these wands, and you see his horse looks very tired as well. They're sort of trying to make it up this hill, this sort of uphill battle. But he's very weary. He's very tired. He's ready to really just to put down the wands and be able to rest, or be able to have, some ending to whatever this, it is that he might have been dealing with. So it is typically a card that speaks of feeling burdened, overloaded. If this is within the work sector, you kind of taking on more than your, fair share at work, and feeling just very drained, feeling overworked, kind of that workaholic mentality as well. It's also a card that can speak of much like he's trying to sort of head uphill here, this sort of uphill battle, and things have been quite difficult, and you felt as though, it's been a long sort of road to get to wherever it is that you're trying to get to, and it's been this sort of uphill battle that you've been fighting here. But again, this is an ending. So this, another ending and subsequent new beginning sitting at the foundation of your reading. Now, in the past position, you have the Page of Cups. Cups energy, it has to do with our feelings, our relationships, has to do with intuition, psychic abilities as well. And, we have a page here, and then we have a Page of Cups in the recent past and a Page of Pentacles in the near future. These individuals, again, they could be people that are playing a significant role in your life or during the month of May. If so, this Page of Cups would typically be a younger water sign individual, could even be a child of yours, somebody in their early 20s or a teenager, somebody sort of immature. It's very young, immature energy, but a water sign individual, male or female, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person is a very kind individual, right? Somebody who ages as well. They bring news of something. So this could be, this Page of Cups bringing in some type of offer to you or news of something. You could, find out, maybe, since this is in the past, it could have been over the last couple of weeks, going back to, the beginning of April, something coming in, possibly a new, can even be a beginning of a relationship, those first stages of a relationship. The Page of Cups can also speak of news, receiving news about the birth of a child, about a pregnancy. So you could have found out something regarding a pregnancy, whether this is your own or somebody who you know, or the birth of a child. But it's, this person is very, again, very sensitive, very, very emotional, very gentle as well. So if this is not a person, then you could have been dealing with people or dealing with a situation or approaching matters, in a more open-minded way. Maybe you were being more receptive to new opportunities. There's also this idea of, being open, being receptive, allowing things to come into you. And now what you have crowning your reading, the message from your higher self, is the Three of Pentacles. And we have 3 Pentacles cards in a row here, right? We have the Three of Pentacles as your crowning card. In the near future, we have the Page of Pentacles, and then you appear as the Four of Pentacles. So the Suit of Pentacles is earth energy. It deals with the material things in life, so the things that we can, or the tangible things we can touch and feel here in the material realm. It has to do with work that we do. It has to do with money that we earn from our jobs, our homes, our families. It can also have to do with education, knowledge, right? And the Three of Pentacles deals with possibly partnering with other people on an idea, or, on a project, on a business endeavor. It can also have to do with you having completed some type of short-term plan or short-term goal. Even though you're feeling, you're feeling good about that, there's also, this understanding that, okay, I still need to keep, working hard. Um, this idea that you need to possibly, or need to stick to a plan, right? You need to have a plan to reach that goal, and then you need to stick to it. So there's still this need to work very hard, and important to stick to, possibly also partnering up with other people to reach your goal, whatever this might be. If this is in the work sector, this could be you needing to partner up with other people at your work. Maybe working on a team, on a project. If this is you've been, maybe you've started up a small business. This could be you looking for outside support, right? People to come in and financially invest in your company, or this could be you partnering up with other individuals. But it's a focus on, on money, on business, on your finances. Material success is what this is, that could possibly have to do with partnership or partnering up with others to reach, that end goal, whatever that might be for you. Now, in the near future, you have, again, this Page of Pentacles individual. So this would be, if not a child, usually a younger earth sign person. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, male or female. And if it is, then this person usually, again, brings news of something. In this case, could be news related to a job or to your finances. It also, this Page of Pentacles is about manifestation and manifesting and reaching dreams. So, this, whatever you are keeping focused on here, within the sort of from the midpoint of the month to the end of the month, there's a good opportunity here for you to obtain some type of material success, reach a certain goal. If there's a goal that you've established for yourself, it's a very positive card that really speaks of manifestation and trusting in yourself, and in the fact that you will be able to manifest and achieve your goals here. Now you come in here as this Four of Pentacles, which, on the negative side, this card is sometimes referred to as the miser card, because you see how the woman, and there's a progression here, right? We have sort of crowning your reading this Three of Pentacles. Now you appear as the Four, so a progression here, but you also, with the Four of Pentacles, you run the risk of, of being overly protected. You see how she's just guarding what she's been able to achieve or attain sort of with her life here. So it's, you do run the risk with this card of kind of going overboard, and trying to maintain too much control over your material possessions. Yes, it's important for you to plan. It's important for you to, even have a budget, control your spending. If you're starting up a new business, it's important for you to, have that spreadsheet showing all of, what you need to invest, what you expect to get as a return on investment, that type of thing. But then you don't want to take everything to the extreme. So it's a card that really, it says that, yes, you do need to be wise and be careful with regards to your finances, but don't run the risk. Don't go overboard and become too possessive, too controlling with your material possessions here. Now, you have two cards that speak of, they're really sort of the two transition cards in the tarot, and that speak of walking away, of leaving something. And then sandwiched in the middle is this unknown card. So in your surrounding environment, the Six of Swords. Swords energy is, it's the suit of the mind. It has to do with your thoughts, right? Ideas. It's also how we communicate with others. It has to do with sort of setting intentions, right? Obviously, the suit of our intellect. That's where we come up with our ideas. That's where we set our intentions. And then, the suit of Wands comes in to really manifest, to bring those things, to act on those things. And the Six of Swords, we typically think of it as a transition card, in that you're moving away from, choppy waters into calmer waters. So if there has been some, type of difficult situation, possibly with regards to your finances, which could have to do with, why you're holding on to your possessions so tightly here. Um, you know, uh, how others are viewing you, or what's going on in your environment, is this walking away from this more difficult period, from this more difficult situation, into a situation that is going to be calmer. It's going to be better for you in some way, even though obviously this is the suit of the mind, so these are all thoughts here, so um, it's yeah, there's a certain sense of sadness as she drops the swords and heads towards whatever this new thing is. There's also kind of this excitement, this anticipation of where she's heading, of what lies ahead. So what you're hoping for, or what your fears are, because it sits in the hopes and fears position, is this unknown card. And like I was explaining when I first showed you the cards for the spread, the unknown card comes after the last card of in the major arcana. So it comes after the world card, which is, the world card is the culmination of the fool's journey. So it's the ending, and then obviously comes a new beginning. But with this card coming in as what would technically be card number 22 in the major arcana, it simply means that there's an answer that's, for whatever reason, not meant to be revealed yet, okay? So it can have to do with something from the past that maybe you don't have all the information about, or, you don't fully understand it, or, about something that will happen soon, that's coming up. But whatever this is, it's basically or indicating, or, what it's trying to tell you is that allow things to progress. There's a walking away here and a walking away here. Allow things to sort of unfold in order for you to get a better idea, or see the bigger picture for what it really is. It also can speak of, a need to kind of study the issue at hand more in order to find answers. It can have to do with also about keeping an open mind as you move forward. It can also have to do with that. And then, as you leave the month of May heading into June, you have this Eight of Cups, which is, again, a transition card. It really speaks of leaving behind, something from the past that, for whatever reason, no longer was fulfilling you emotionally. You weren't happy. If this is in the workplace, for example, and we do have this, significant ending beginning, could be a job that you're turning your back on it, you're walking away, you're heading towards something that's going to bring you greater emotional fulfillment and satisfaction and happiness. And yes, it's always a little difficult to leave things behind, and there's a certain sense of sadness at leaving behind people that maybe you like in the company, or, if it's a job that you've worked at for quite a long time, a certain sadness at leaving that behind. It's a necessary, right? This walking away is necessary. And then the overall energy for the month being the Justice card, which is, again, a major arcana, number 11. So significant message, divine intervention at play here. And basically, whatever is going on during the month of May with regards to these endings, new beginnings, walking away, possibly starting, a new job, new business venture, partnering up with other people, there's some type of, karmic justice at play here. So, if something went on in the company that maybe it wasn't fair, maybe you were treated unfairly in the past, now things are changing and things are going to go in your favor. Karmic justice could be served here. There's also, with the Justice card, this idea of needing to consider everything very carefully, weighing everything up before making that decision or before moving ahead. So, making sure that you see everything, within the situation for what it really is, just like we got with the unknown card here of, needing to gain a better perspective, because you see her crystal ball, it's not clear, right? It's cloudy. And usually when we think of the crystal ball, it's clear, right? It's to provide us a certain vision, a view of something, to give us more insight. Hers is cloudy, so there might be something to do with, cloudy, you have something clouding your vision or clouding your judgment. But the Justice card is saying, weigh all the sides, right, before making a decision. It can also speak of you needing to act responsibly, right? Cause and effect. Every action, right, has a reaction. So whatever you decide to do, if you do decide to move or take this, new path, or, there's going to be something, there's a cause and effect sort of relationship as well. The card also speaks of karmic justice. So, this could have to do with, we had court cards here, so could be some karmic justice at play with either a water sign, earth sign, fire sign. But things, finally becoming balanced. There's a balancing of the scales here, right, during the month of May for you. So whatever's going on, going to bring about more balance to your life, and whatever this walking away or starting this new phase or new job or new endeavor, there's karmic justice at play here. So it's a necessary move or walking away, and it looks as though it's going to bring you more stability. It's going to bring you more emotional fulfillment, and there are definite endings and beginnings that need to happen, right? Very significant ones during the month of May. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. I like to read the full meaning for the cards from the guidebook. So let's start off with the Soulful Woman card, and it's card number 5, and this card says, let me find it. As each year passes, I am more and more inspired to live with strength, beauty, and grace. I understand that embracing my wholeness, all my gifts, mysteries, mistakes, and shortcomings is vital to my aging process. Therefore, I live my own life and no one else's. With every passing decade, I grow into the depth, power, and unique texture of my feminine soul. As I do so, I recognize the importance of releasing my younger self, as well as those parts of myself that over-adapt, over-give, and over-accommodate at the expense of my own well-being. Interesting. And the other card has to do with courage. It's Valiant Courage from the Sacred Traveler deck. And this card says, "It isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Gather your inner resources and go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. Throw your shoulders back and move forward fearlessly. Take risks. It's okay to feel afraid. Just don't let it stop you. Don't play safe. Opportunities will pass you by otherwise. Speak up for yourself. Honor your truth. You are a light bearer for others. Through your example, people find and act on their truth with courage and grace. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. The Sacred Traveler sometimes experiences the unexpected on the road. Perhaps a bear appears, or someone with less than pure intentions emerges from the woods. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that in spite of fear and hesitation, you take action. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of limited perceptions of yourself. Any journey of the heart needs courage, and you're on such a journey. It takes bravery to go forward when you can't see around the next corner, but do it anyway. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the beliefs of others or even your own limiting beliefs. Go beyond boundaries of self-imposed barriers. Live passionately, valiantly, and courageously." That's interesting because the King of Wands here, right? Everything I was saying about the King of Wands is he's a very, passionate individual. He's a go-getter. He's courageous. So this ending and him crossing the Death card, there could be, a need for valiant courage in facing whatever these significant endings and beginnings are here. So I think that card ties in very nicely with your reading, Cancer. So I thank you for joining me here today. I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of May. Bye for now.